Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Do It Differently with Susan Shatzer, the one and only. Susan has developed such a unique style, a way of working with people, and it's so refreshing because it's so fun and easy, right? Hey. So we have our LightNet members here. Do you want to say anything, Susan, before we dive into the summer edition of Do It Differently? Heal yourself right here, right now.
I would love to say thank you, Zenka, for hosting this, for allowing everyone the opportunity to come together, to be able to let go of things that no longer serve them, to be able to come into community, to actually be together, to raise our frequency, to choose something different. And the beauty of all of us being together is that we're not only going to get one, two, or three, but we're going to get like a ton of shifts that take place here today. And for everything that we're willing to let go of, we actually support hundreds of thousands of other people that were helping us hold it in place. So it's not only for us today, but it's for everyone else as well. So that to me just gets me so fired up.
I agree. I agree. And it's always this uncanny situation where whoever you work with, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's me too. There you go, right there. So, all of you listening live, go ahead and hit like and subscribe and be grateful because the courageous LightNet members that are going to be healed today are also healing you and me. So great. I want a warm welcome to Carla, who's a new member, old member, new member here. She's back on with us. We're really excited to have her. We also have Karen here. Welcome, Karen. How's it going? So excited to have you. Who wants to go first? So you guys, we've got Lori, Cal, Bethany, all you guys. So whoever wants to go first, you can raise your hand. It's so good to see you, Susan. It's just, you are one of the most refreshing humans I've ever met. And it's so incredible to see you mentor Bethany because Bethany was doing this the other day. She was knocking it out of the park, got invited to do, yep. She even did the motion. It was like, that feels so good when you knock it out of the park. And as we know, these shifts that you cause have these ripple effects on our lives where they leave you flabbergasted because you're like, wow, so much has changed. uh awesome. So Karen, we have you first. Excellent. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited. You have not worked with Susan yet, right?
No, I
You
haven't.
are in for such a treat. You are in for such a treat. All right, take it away, you guys.
Okay.
So, Karen, tell me, what is the biggest problem that you have? What is the greatest challenge that you're dealing with? What is the one thing that keeps you up at night? There may be a whole list, but if you had to pick one,
Yes,
what would that
it's
be?
easy to pick the one. It's my financial situation. I have difficulties to charge what my services actually is worth. And yes, so I've been for many, many years living on surviving mood, you know. Every month I know, okay, I have for food and petrol this month too. Okay, nice. It has been like that for 3 years now, I think. Yeah. But before that, I was working as a psychologist and I have a good salary. And what I did with the salary was that I spent it very quickly. So money has not been my friend, we can say. I have even found out that I hated money for, like really hated. Why do I have to deal with anything like that? So, yeah, I couldn't see the worth with money.
Yeah. So how many years have you been struggling with it?
I mean, while I was working and had money, that was for some years too, but it feels like, yeah, the last 3 years, we can say, has been really struggling. But I have here earlier periods also
Uh-huh.
where there were none, 0, 0. So it has been for a long time, yes.
Yeah. So Karen, tell me about which parent was the one who didn't value themselves.
Probably both of them, but my mother, she was, gray in the wall, you can say.
Uh-huh.
She didn't want to say the word I. She always said we, or so she was really unseen, you can say. My father, he was his own, he had his own firm, and he was spending money coming in, coming out, a lot of money coming in, a lot of money going out. And he died with 0 in the account. So none of them could, but they had very different styles, you can say.
Right. Right. So it's more your mother's side. She was the one who was in the background. She was the one who was like not worthy, didn't want to be
Yeah.
seen.
Yes.
She grew up as like, girls and kids are not seen. I mean, or heard, not heard, just seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she couldn't actually like speak her mind, step up, step into her power, like create a different possibility.
Yeah.
The beautiful part is that having recognized that, that's how you picked up how to do business. That's how you picked up how to be in the world, is to like be on the shadows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're going to clear that for you now. We're going to clear it through all time, space, place, dimensions, realities, universes. And how many of you that are on here with us have brought your pendulum?
Oh.
Cool. So do you have a pendulum, Karen?
Not in the moment.
No? Okay. Do you have a necklace that has a pendulum on the end?
If I
Something.
rise up and go for it, I can go.
Yeah, why don't you go get that real quick? Because I also want to tell everyone listening right now, we are going to do a galactic cellular activation later that came through Nadi Hana. Is that correct, Susan? The activation came through her?
Yeah, she's the one that told me
Okay.
about connecting with, the Galactics. Yeah, Nadi did. Yep.
Very cool. So, those who don't know, Nadi is an incredible sacred geometry teacher. She's crop circle expert, and she is such an incredible human, very galactic. She organized a lot of galactic things here in Sedona. We used to dress up as our galactic selves at parties. It was so interesting. And so, while Karen gets ready, tell us why we want this galactic cellular activation. And we'll do this after Karen's healing, but tell us more, because if you're listening to this, you might be a starseed, you might be involved in disclosure, you might be involved in how we're going to handle this next 10 years. You might have come for this. And so it's important that we prepare, because if we're leaders and we're leaders of consciousness, then we have to be very familiar with galactic information and how this works. This is the cover story for the next 10 years. So before we go into Karen, tell us why we want this, and then we'll do it after.
Okay, cool. So nobody actually wants anything, because then that's lack. And
Oh,
And then it's lackluster and not enough. So nobody wants this, but it's something, it's a gift that we get to give ourselves. And I'm going to have Zenka and Bethany, if you guys could check the private chat or your text messages for me quickly. Karen, what we're going to do with the pendulum is I'm going to teach you a way to use it so you're going to get the exact answers. You're going to get the divine guidance from your soul without external influence. So it's not like how other people have taught you how to use it before. So that's going to be the first thing we do. Now, this upgrade, this galactic upgrade that we're going to be doing is pretty magical. It was given to me like Nadi came in. Nadi passed away a year, maybe a little bit over a year ago. And she used to teach the crop circle classes that we had. And she actually went all the way to England. She was in a crop circle, a brand new one that was there, and laid down in it. And so it was just so magical for her. So when she stepped in, she said, Susan, she said, this is going to be the next sacred ceremony that you're going to be offering people that is going to just, and she just went like this with her fingers. And it's going to be like the matter, antimatter, matter, energy, everything's energy, but spirituality, matter is going to like mesh like this. So yeah, pretty excited about it. The people that have had this experience have reported back as kind of getting knocked out the next day, like not able to, yeah, Bethany may have something to say about that. It took a lot. It was like, I haven't really knocked anybody out to that extent in a while. That's when my team was like, hey, Susan, like the body can only receive so much. You've got to piece it out for people. Because I was just come in and I go, slam, there you go. There's your new frequency. There's your new reality. And they'd be like, I can't get off the couch. I immediately went right to sleep. I couldn't go to work the next day. I was like, okay, maybe we need to dial this back a little bit. So when Nadi came in and had me connect with the Galactics for this like transmission, it's more like oh, you'll see it, you'll love it. So we did it with our small groups that we have on Wednesdays, and Bethany was there. Bethany, is it something that you would like to kind of share a little bit, because you were there the next day and then received some interesting stuff for you?
Yeah, I couldn't get out of the bed. I couldn't get out of the bed the next day. It was absolutely just a magical experience. The frequency, and what was interesting for me is that I had the awareness during dream time. I went and saw my circle and interacted with the Galactics during dream time. So it was really cool. But the next day, my energy was, I was tired. I was really tired. So yeah, it's very transformative. Really had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, you guys, so just so you know, a lot of times ETs will do that. Will have interaction with you in dream time. So until you're really feeling calm and comfortable with it, they don't want to cause shock and trauma. So they will not do that. But that's really cool. Yeah, thank you so much, Susan, for bringing that to this group, because I'm just, when your vibration raises, the outcome of your life raises. It's almost like there's floors of a building, and when you're on 99, your life has different opportunities, different outcomes, different everything, and when you're on floor 33, it's different. So all of this kind of stuff is really important. When we were filming the film this week, we were so psychically high vibration that incredible things started to happen. In fact, it was so synchronistic that I literally got out of my chair. I was like, oh my God, I met a levitator who's worked with Uri Geller and Peter Moscow, and levitated for the first time, had to be held down the first time on my birthday.
Wow.
And he's witnessed 2 other people levitate, and he thinks he knows basically what's happening. So he's going to be in our levitation lab. So it's just like when he said it happened on my birthday, I was like, wink, wink. Like the universe is like, it's just so
When
cool.
is your birthday?
4th of July.
Oh, I knew that. I knew that. Spaced it.
Anyway, okay, great. Well, so we're excited about that. Here we go. Do you have your pendulum now? Okay, great. So let's get back in. Perfect.
Okay, cool. So the first thing that we do, and I call it a question session, because that's what we're doing. We're asking our higher self, our soul, and our body for the truth. So you'll get to see how this works. It's pretty magical. So the first thing we have to do is ask for all the extra energies that are with us to move away and to get out of our, because what I call it is like people, pets, and problems. And we've all come in contact with one or more throughout today. So before we start asking our body for questions, we're going to get rid of that. So everybody take a deep breath in. All the extra energies that are with us now, please move away in 500 trillion directions and for 500 trillion miles. Out on 3 and they leave. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. How cool was that, Karen?
Yes, I felt it.
You were shake, rattle, and rolling over there.
Yes. I feel energies, yes.
Nice. So now what you don't have is the mind chatter. Am I right?
Yeah.
So we got rid of all of that. This is a great tool to use when you're trying to go to bed at night and you can't seem to like get out of what happened that day or what's going to be happening tomorrow. Great tool to use. The next step is when you're using your pendulum is to ask for it to show you a yes and a no. What happens is we're asking our body because our bodies are more aware than we are.
Mm.
We have points of view about things and our body doesn't. So I like how you're holding it in the middle and you're not holding it from the end, because when you hold it from the end, the earth is spinning like thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of miles an hour. And so it's going to start to move without even asking anything. So when you shorten it, you put your hand underneath it. I bring my arms inside like this so that way I can't use my arm. I'll catch myself from moving it. And then I look over the top of it like this, Karen. So you can see exactly which direction it's moving in. If you have it out here in front of you, you have to kind of go, is that left or when you look straight over the top of it, you can see instantly. And the thing is the very first move it makes. So if it swings forward, that's your yes. Or if it swings to the side, or if it starts to swing counterclockwise, clockwise, diagonal, however it is in that first swing, that's your truth. So we're going to go ahead and ask all of our bodies to truth, show us a yes.
Yes.
Yep. So you just raise the pendulum up from zeroed out to neutral, and then you say, truth body, show me a yes. There you go. So did everybody get emotion?
It gets back and forth.
Yep. So that's your yes for this session. So then you 0 point it. So you stop it, then you raise it to neutral and you're like, truth body, show me a no. Without moving, your body is going to choose a different direction. And it'll be the first swing that it takes.
Yeah. It goes left.
Okay. So
Left,
you've
right.
got a different answer. So here's where some people get confused. One is if your pendulum doesn't give you those answers. So say the pendulum is supposed to go forward and back and left to right, and it starts spinning or bouncing or standing still and doing nothing. That's not a wrong answer. And it's not that it's not working for you. And it's not a maybe, because those are all the things that people, all the conclusions people go to. Your body's saying, ask another question, because the answer can be yes or no. So the question you're asking, you've got to pare it down and be even more specific. So that's how you know. And we say truth first, so we can get our mind out of the way and we're not influencing our pendulum. Does that make sense? So that's when I say truth, show me a yes, and truth, show me a no. So now that you've got your pendulum, go ahead and place it down there. And we're going to ask everybody else and see how many other people have the same limitation that you have, Karen, that you picked up from your mom at an early age. And let's see how many more we can add to your clearing today. So we're all going to ask at the same time. So truth, do I have the similar frequency to Karen's limitation about not being seen, heard, or making money, either in my body or my energy field? You guys are so cute. You're like all down, then all of a sudden you're like, yep, got my answer. Got it. So how many people got a yes? that is a part of their body, their frequency, or their energy field? Well, some people, just you, Karen. How about that?
Okay.
That is pretty amazing. I don't think that's ever happened, actually.
I'm so excited because I feel like it's been years since I have been working on this, and I've been working with you, but it feels like it finally cleared. I'm like happy because
Yeah.
it's a big one. It's an important one. Huh.
Yeah, we designated that. We give it more power than it actually is. You know, it's kind of like the divorce or the house, the car, that kind of a thing. We end up giving it more power because we place it in a polarity. It's where we put parentheses around it and we go, that was good, that was right, that was bad, that was really bad, that was wrong. You know, and when we do that, it eliminates us from having choice with it. So everybody take a deep breath in. Yeah, so truth, any and all energies that align and agree and resist and react to not having more than enough money and always too much to spend. Yeah, that was a mind fuck right there. I don't know if we can say that online, but I just did. And we're streaming it. How's it get better than that? Yeah, so that's a mind twist right there. Yeah, more than enough money and always too much to spend. That pretty much kicks everything else to the curb, because anything that doesn't align and agree, resist, and react, we're going to get rid of it. Out on 3 and it leaves. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sì, acum cred că se cărăm nu tot trănea zi Ah.
How do you feel?
Oh. Oh. Ah.
Lighter and brighter?
Yes, it's something. My shoulders is coming down.
Yeah, that's a stress point when you're carrying a lot of things on your back. Your shoulders are up, hunched up, because you're carrying this large load of things. So much so that it's the pack, the backpack, and then it's the travel wagon, and then it's the 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 train cars, and then it's the caboose, and all of it is filled with the stuff that doesn't serve you. And because you're going in the world, like, you have to figure it out. You have to find a way. You have to get the right answer. You have to make a good choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of that is what we just eliminated. And now your shoulders can come down because you've let that go. It's no longer a part of your reality.
Wow. Whew.
Woo.
Woo.
Congratulations. Raising your hand, being the first one out of the gate. I love it. Bravery.
Oh,
Is there
I
anything else that's coming up for you that you could think of about it? Because it feels like a slip and slide.
Shaki amaki nata sa palagor mo doktor niya si tikar niya no.
Love it.
Feels good.
It feels like a slip and slide. Do you guys remember those? When we were kids, you'd put the hose at the end and you'd roll this like mat out. Did they have that where you grew up, Karen? They had this like, it was, I think it was yellow. Anyway, mine was yellow. And you'd roll this plastic tarp out going down a hill and you would start the hose and you put this ice cold water hose at the top and you would start running from like, the next door neighbor's house and you'd
Yeah.
run really fast. And then you'd launch yourself head first with your hands out. And you would, of course, clothing, bathing suit, whatever. And you'd be sliding down like this. And inevitably you'd be getting so fast that you would like cruise right onto the grass. Like there would be this flattened grass area where you finally like hit something or rolled over 5 times to actually get you to stop. So I get the slip and slide energy for you. Congratulations.
That sounds more like the snow. In snow, we do that in Sweden.
Yes.
That's what we do. Whew. Yeah.
Yes. On inner tubes and sleds and sleighs.
Yes.
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 Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Welcome to your new world.
I feel it like down all my spine. It goes down to my first chakra.
So let me ask you, are you willing to have more than enough money and always too much to spend?
Oh, yes.
Then you are in the right place, sister. Congratulations. Yay! So fun. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you for choosing it. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you so much, you guys, because energy doesn't lie. And so if you have one energy and you want to be over here with a different energy, this is where you can't have this until you have a different energy. So this is where we're letting go. I just got full body chills. This is where we're choosing differently. We're commanding that it be so. And we're installing an entirely different program. And what's so crazy about this is that once you clear it, it's done. You can muscle test this days afterwards and it will have stuck because no one ever told us that we're able to reprogram our minds, especially with healers like Susan and people witnessing you and your volition and your choice. Because consciousness is about intention and it's about resonance, right? And it's about our thoughts. So this is just so cool. I'm so glad that landed in your energy field because you felt it. You felt the shift, right?
Yes.
To
Yes,
new
I did.
life.
Yes, I did.
I just got full body chills again.
And when I speak light language, something, that is a shift for me. I know something.
Yeah.
Because I don't speak that.
I always say this, but I just want to remind everyone, Susan tells me to bring her people that have gone to all the healers. They've never gotten solutions. They've been to everyone. They've seen everyone, whether it's life issue, medical issue. She will unblock you because that's her mission and that's what she's done and that's what she's good at. So congratulations to both of you. We're going to do the galactic activation now and then hopefully go to Andrea or another member here. But excellent. Excellent.
Cool.
If you want to get in the broadcast, go to our lightnet.org/join. Jump in and I will pull you in. Here we go. So, Susan, let's do this naughty thing. NADI thing.
Awesome. So this is going to be a visual meditation that you have a galactic team, an angelic team, and an indigenous team, all three teams. When you're working with me and we get together and we're doing a healing or something's happening, we're pulling stuff out of the unconsciousness out of your subconscious, your team members that are there for that specific thing that we're doing that day will step forward. So on the day that Nadi showed up, like the entire galactic team stepped forward, and I was like, hey now, where'd everybody else go? And they were like, it's just us today. And I was like, okay, what are we doing today? So they get me in this space of meditation where I'm like participating and being taught and learning, like, and I'm being shown things like all at the same time. And it's super fast. So it's like, whoosh, and then you get the download. And I was like, okay, cool. So even though it's going to take us a little bit longer right now, your body being or in reality, like at a cellular level, is going to already have experienced this. So you will get to go back to this amazing place whenever you would like to go. Fun part. So go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Anything and everything that aligns and agrees and resists and reacts to you receiving exactly what you're here to receive, exactly the amount you're here to receive, being divinely guided. Anything that would stop, lock, and block this from happening, we're going to destroy, uncreate, and remove it from our body, being, or in reality. Out on 3 and it leaves. 1, 2, 3. All right. So you're going to envision yourself in a field. So as you take a look at your field that you have, you're going to be standing on a corner or on an edge. If your field is circular, you're going to be on the outside edge, the edge of the circle. If yours is square, you're going to be at one of the corners. And if it's a rectangle, you'll be at one of the corners, or triangle, you'll be at one of the corners. So go ahead and visualize your field as yourself standing either on an edge or at a corner. And what you're going to do is you're going to look to the right and you're going to see all the way down, like just notice like how far your field extends. Like, does it stop right next to you? Is it a car length? Is it a house length? Is it the street length? Is it a football length? Is it infinite and you can't actually see the end? And then look to your left and you're going to notice the same thing. Where does your end of your field on the other side of you stop? Nice. So go ahead and taking both of those ends that stopped, you're going to bring them around so they connect, and they can connect in any shape, fashion, order, structure that you would like. Your field can be any color that you would like it to be. You can have green grass, it can be wheat, you're picking it. This is your healing, this is your activation. Everybody gets individualized meditation here. Yes. So as you take another deep breath in, you're going to rise up in the air and you're still vertical as you rise up. Yeah. Keep going up. And you're going to hover at a place where you can see all the borders of your field. Yeah. So while you're there, your galactic teams have dropped a spaceship. They have dropped a ship down. And opening underneath are doors, and out come orbs. So you're going to notice the ship, the size, the colors. You're going to notice all the details on it. As the orbs come out, there may be 1, 2, 3, 10, 12. Go ahead and count your orbs. How many orbs have shown up for you? Yeah, and then make note as to what colors your orbs are. It could be multicolored. It could be one specific color. It could be your favorite color. They could be white. They could be clear, no color, colorless. There's no right or wrong answer. And these orbs are going to start to build your very own crop circle on the ground underneath you. So as you take a deep breath in, I'm going to have you shift from vertical to horizontal. So you're going to be a flat down position with your face looking down at the crop circle. So as these orbs are designing the crop circles for you, they are creating it using sacred geometry. So you're going to receive and be able to see shapes. Yeah. Colors may show up. Different designs are integrated over each other. There could be things you've never thought of in a million years, all of a sudden show up in your field. Yeah. So as they're designing your sacred geometric crop circle, you're going to start to hear tones. If you can't hear the tones clearly, go ahead and drop down halfway between you and the earth until you can hear the tones, the music, the song, the notes, whatever your frequency is that you're being given. Yeah, now the orbs are finishing up your geometric crop circle. And as they finish, they're going back up into the spaceship. And you're going to be looking down over your geometric crop circle. Geometric shapes have frequencies. They have healing capabilities. Tones and music and sound are vibrational frequencies. They're harmonics. They have healing capabilities. And colors have healing capabilities as well. So as you're hovering face down over your crop circle, observing it, note, are your shapes moving? Are your shapes still? How bright are the geometric shapes? Are they eluding colors? On a scale of 1 to 10, go ahead and take note of the brightness, like 10 being, I need to go get some sunglasses, it's so bright. 1 being, it's dark, somebody turn on the lights. And you can't pick 5 because that's the chicken answer. So how bright is this for you? And as you're hearing the tones, the notes that are being played, check in with your body at a cellular level. What also seems to be and appears to be vibrating? Are things leaving? Are things shifting? Yeah, this is pretty powerful. So your galactic team is now standing around you, and you're going to go ahead and come down all the way to a specific spot that they're showing you. So there's a specific spot within your crop circle that they're standing around, and they'd like for you to meet them in the middle. So go ahead and bring yourself down to being right over the middle of that crop circle. And as you touch down with your feet, you're going to go ahead and lay down right in the middle of that crop circle. Yeah. Now, the crop circle was designed and made with extraterrestrial technology, extraterrestrial frequencies. It's a frequency that's beyond what we have on planet Earth at this time. Yeah, and now your body is receiving this. So you're going to start to take long, slow, deep breaths. So as you're breathing in while you're in the supine horizontal position in the middle of your crop circle in your field, you're going to be pulling in the geometric shape frequency. You're going to be pulling in the light frequency, and you're going to be pulling in the musical harmonics. With your breath into your body, you're going to flood your body with all three of those and anything else your galactic team would like you to have. And as you blow out on 3, anything and everything that is not of the highest and will not help you create the most benevolent outcome gets to exit through your feet, and out it goes. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Go ahead and do a couple more rounds of that. Take another slow, long, deep breath in. Breathing in your geometric shape frequencies, breathing in your light codes, your light frequency, breathing in your harmonic musical tones and frequencies, vibrations. Yeah. You're flooding your body with this high tech, high vibe, galactic frequencies. This is the gift from your team to you. Out on 3, and anything else leaves that will not support you in creating the most benevolent outcome. 1, 2, 3. While you're lying there, your angelic team has arrived, and they are stepping out on the sides, the border of your field. So they've all stepped down and have joined hands and have created a circular, yes, they've created a circular formation, and the circle represents never-ending love and support, which is what they're bringing to this galactic upgrade today. So you've got your angelic teams, your galactic teams, your very own crop circle, your tones, your light language, your upgrading codes. Love it. Take one last deep breath in, and anything else that your body requires and desires to receive, go ahead and pull that in now. And out on 3, you're back here in this now moment with all of us. 1, 2, 3.
Wow. Wow. That is so cool, because that's what they always say. The whole universe is like light and geometry and consciousness. That is so cool. And I'm convinced that they are helping us on the other side when we ask. Like, they're right there. They are right there. It's almost interesting to realize that we're being watched and helped. It's embarrassing when you do all the crazy stuff, but they're right there.
I have mixed feelings about that.
I know, right? I'm just like, I'm never gonna live this down, but it's like,
yeah, I'm in the bathroom again.
It. They've done worse. They've done, like, it's like we all make mistakes and we all wipe out in the grass after the slip and slide sometimes, and they get it. So there's, those healers that are just like, oh yeah, you don't have to feel bad about anything. It's, you know what I mean? You just feel love and calm and like, and always, that's what it's like. There's no judgment. You just get up and keep going, right?
You run back up the hill to go back to your neighbor's side for another go of it. Like
Yeah.
you did not get enough grass burn on your knees and your legs and your elbows and your face when you got to the bottom. You're like, no, this is fun. More.
Right.
Sign me up for more.
But this is so cool. The crop circle was so cool. Do you guys all have that burned in your memory? That was powerful.
Mine
Very
had a big
interesting.
dragonfly in the middle of it.
Cool.
Yeah, it was crazy.
4 wings.
Would anyone like to share like what their experience was? What their shapes were? What their colors?
Mine
Raise
was
your
really,
hand.
mine was really powerful. It was like I was like everything as you said everything. I like instantly images came to my mind. Like just like I didn't like I was completely out of the way. Sometimes I feel like I'm like making it up or whatever. No, this just like everything you said. There they were. There was the Galactic team, and then there was the Angelic team, and I watched them make the crop circle, and then as they were doing it, I'm looking at it, and then I figured out what it was, and I was like, oh my God, you guys. And it had this like, how bismuth looks, and it has that sort of like iridescent-y, rainbowy look.
Yeah,
That's what it looked. It looked like bismuth, almost not only not as chromy, not as shiny. It was more like a muted, almost steampunky, sort of like a coppery brass, but had that iridescent shimmer to it. It was it was gorgeous. And I heard the tones. I heard like a sort of low vibrating frequency. It wasn't song tones. I heard some like singing bowls, but like the main tones I heard were like lower vibrational, like wings, like vibrating wings is what it reminded me of. But that was so powerful. Thank you.
You're welcome. And the
Yeah,
beautiful,
that was really cool.
you can go back anytime. Now that you've been there.
Mine was like really big, and it was like a Rodin coil. Do you know those things where you see the toroidal field with all the squares, the black, white, and then they have numbers? It was like that. And then the tone was like, it was like as it cycled through each of the things, and it was rainbow like yours. That's so cool.
That's awesome.
Oh, we love you, Nadi. Thanks for bringing that down. That was very specific. That was very interesting. I don't think you would have come up with that by yourself, Susan. Like it's really felt like it came from them. Like, all right, you guys.
Yeah, she and I have had some conversations about things, and I was like, look, you're there. I'm like, if there's anything that can help humanity, like I'm here, and I have no point of view about anything. So I'm like, yeah, bring it. So when she showed up, I was bending over and she shows up. I was like, wait, who's that? Who's that? Who's that talking to me? Oh, Nadi.
The Galactic Commander herself.
Yes. Yes.
Cool. Yay. Who's next?
Is that okay right now?
Welcome Andrea to our new members. She just came on, so this is amazing. Andrea, are you up for going next, or you want someone else to go next? Who wants to go next? Carla, you're unmuted. Do you want to go next? Are you going to be healed today?
Yeah, I have to say, I really applaud Nadi and Susan. This was really, really cool. I had, especially the point in the session when you had us talk about our feet, everything exiting the feet.
Yes.
I had lava come out of my feet, and I felt all these sacred geometry symbols. It got pitch dark, and then I was like, wow, and I really needed it. And then I was like, whoosh. I was like, this is a strong exercise. I mean, and compliments that the field is very unified. And it was really, really, I was with everybody in the unification of the field. But I also let go of a lot of stuff with that lava, which is basically new energy too. So it, at the same time I was letting it go, there was new energy. I feel good.
I love that, Carla. Thank you.
I actually started toning light language in the middle of it too, which made me think of you, Carla.
Yeah, I started hearing, I too sense, I just sense these amazing frequencies.
Oh, wait, we can't hear you. You got really quiet.
Oh, I sensed these amazing frequencies, and I felt we were somewhat observed by our galactics in a loving fashion. And then I'll get really vulnerable. I'll go there. I'm healing some stuff with galactics, and I'll just go there. I'll go for the heart of the matter, because that's what you do, Susan. And I was open with them. I said, hey, I have some beefcake I'm stewing with you all. We got to talk. And I didn't say it with linear words, but a lot. I felt such a deep sadness, not just mine, but I actually felt as healing some galactics. So I could feel that they were working through their own stuff too. It's not just galactics helping humans; it's humans with galactics, and it was a beautiful exchange. It was very from high levels. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
That's
Really?
great insight, Carla. Oh, sorry, Susan.
thank you, thank you.
Because like I never think about that, like that we could be helping them too. You know what I mean? I think of them as like so far advanced beyond us. So thank you. That's a good reminder.
Wow. Kel, I'm kind of moved to tears by what you're saying for a lot of reasons, because I have had some exchanges with them, and we're all kind of here oscillating on the Earth and other planets, and we're really all growing together. Like, I like what Zenka said about the next 10 years. I agree. I think we're setting up the tones for the next 10 years. I think there's something very beautiful happening. Yeah.
Well, I had an interesting, fun awareness there. When I got to my circle, my orbs were all multicolored like rainbow. And then I had like this green being kind of like show up. And then the tones, I don't know, Susan, I'm sure you saw, I started to hit my ear. Like it became almost, I was like, oh God, okay, yes, I loud and clear, 10-4, got it, check. So yeah, but then it was amazing when I saw my galactics and all my angelics on the side, and it was just really just that brought it full circle for me. So thank you so much, Susan. That was absolutely the cream of the crop.
You are welcome. So I'm going to put a little disclaimer in here because of what happened to everybody else after we did this. I mean, people were messaging me like, I just feel like I ran a marathon. I'm like, I just can't do what I normally can do. And, Bethany, as she was saying in the beginning, is like, look, I got up to use the restroom. I got up to get something to eat, and I was right back down and out, because on a physical level, everything we just did was in the etheric, was on the energetic level. A lot of the things that you were eliminating was unconsciousness. It's things that you were not conscious of, things that you've kept hidden from yourself as well, and it's unconscious. Things you've designated that were so important, the always and nevers, you'd always remember it, so you reinstall it when you come in, and you never forget, so you have to run it. All of those were leaving, and it was this flow. Like, you can see this flow that just go, and it doesn't stop. It's like the ripple effect when you throw the pebble in and it ripples out, and then it comes back, and then it ripples out and it comes back. And that's what we just did. We just created these ripples that are going out in the whole universe. Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool. You guys, I also want to shout out to Carla. Carla sent me very kindly a book by Robert, called Polymath, by Robert Edward Grant. And Carla, I just want to tell you that in 2 weeks, my interview with him, which was such a dream come true that it all happened, he was interviewed for the Purpose Lab film. And we're going to be releasing his video in just a couple days. It's super exciting. For those that don't know him, he is really interesting guy. He's got a show on Gaia. He's really looking at this, like the Renaissance man of trying to really pull all this information together. Math, science, the pyramids, etc., intuitive wisdom. It's quite interesting. So yeah, he's part of the Purpose Lab. I'm just going to say right now, we are starting this on September 1st. This is a life-changing shift that will get you on the trajectory of your dreams. And I'm so convinced because we've watched it. We're now 6 months out from the last time we did the team, and we are seeing the results when people really come into their truth and are more sure of who they are and why they're here in their mission. It's really incredible. We have also created research around this. If you go to /purpose map, you can check out what happened when we researched these 100 people and what they went through and what are the stages that they went through. You can also go to purpose.quiz, and here you can find out what of the 7 stages you are in. So every of these 100 people went through these 7 stages. And oftentimes it kind of starts with this collapse or maybe as experience of awe. And then you go into a deep listening where you really listen differently and you start to understand what your mission is in a whole new way. The 3rd step is taking that belief and making a decision to act on it. So anyway, I don't know what you're in. If you go to ourlightnet.org/purpose quiz, you can kind of get a sense for where you're at on this. The goal is to get all the way through, because when you do get all the way through, you turn out to be like Susan. You know, she's living and breathing her calling, and you can tell, because she's really good at what she does and she's happy and she's doing her thing, you know? So we want that for everyone. That is like that's like the Midas touch. That's the thing that I hope touches us all. I hope that everyone goes through this experience where you go, pinch me, please. I can't believe I'm living my dream life. I didn't know this was possible. It just starts to awe you. And I think eventually you just stand there. I think they say that you just stand there in awe at the end, because you can't believe how beautiful it was that you got to deliver your mission, and it had an impact, and you're living in your highest excitement at the same time. Like, how can you be doing good and doing great for yourself at the same time? I have no idea, but it's how it works. So cool. Anyway, who's next? Andrea, do you want to go next? Yes, I have a hand. Welcome, Andrea. We're super happy to have you today. Welcome to LightNet.
Hi, thank you. I just want to say something. I looked up bismuth and it on the periodic table, and it says the positively inspired optimist, positive futures transcending despair. And it's to do with the perception and intuition, acknowledging your accomplishments and then letting them go. So I thought that was really interesting.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
That's a grand slam right there.
Very cool. Very cool. Very cool.
You can't make this stuff up. I hope all of you on YouTube right now that are watching this, like, you are getting as excited as we are here live, and you will not miss another one to be in this room with us, because this is where we're kicking some energetic butt. It's happening.
Yeah. Why go around in loops in your life? Like, we can feel loops, and they make you feel desperate and hopeless. When you're in the loop, it happens to all of us. It's happened to me so many times. And Susan, you're like you jerk out the ripcord and take it out. Thank God there's people like you.
Yeah.
All right, Andrea.
I love it.
Lay it on us. Give us your biggest, baddest loop.
Oh my goodness.
Or what do you want to work on today? What's on your heart?
I think for me, it's just being present, trusting the process, and just stop trying to make things happen. And I keep getting all these messages, just stop, be patient, and just let it unfold in divine timing. And I keep going, but maybe I just missed the clue that I was supposed to get. And I try to make things happen rather than just keeping on, just sitting back. I've done what I've needed to do, and now I'll just receive in the right timing. And then I get scared. What if I've missed something? And then I try and make it happen again. And so I want to just relax and trust, because I know what I'm wanting is there for me. And I totally trust that. But it's the timing. I keep feeling like it gets further and further and further away. Or no, maybe it just stays the same distance away. I go closer and it just goes that much further back. And I don't know if that makes sense, but
Yes. Yes. That's the want. How bad do you want it?
so bad.
Yeah, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad?
500.
I know. And you even have the word want in your ask for it, which is future. So
Yes.
you can't have it in your present moment, because it's always going to be in your future. And I love that. That's exactly what happens as you're moving forward. Actually, the present moment is all we have. But as you feel as though you're moving forward, it's a perception. It feels like it's still the same distance away, but you never have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
is
I just really feel in awe of each moment, and I feel present. And then all of a sudden I feel that pull of like, no, I got to make it happen. And it's like not here anymore. And so I'm ready to just be present and allow it to happen.
we're going to delete that for you. So everyone grab your pendulum and go ahead and let's test. So truth, are there things in your life that you want but don't have?
Mine said yes. A big yes.
Everybody, some other people get a yes too. Zenka, Bethany, Cal. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, that little thing right there. So, and you got one too, Karen. So the key with that is you're not in the question. You have to be in the question. The question is what engages the molecules in your reality. The question command is when you're collaborating. So it's not about going to conclusion. I know you kind of went there a little bit and then caught yourself, Andrea, where you were like, okay, I'm fine the way I am and I didn't miss anything, and it'll just be patient and it'll come when it'll come, and I haven't missed anything. Like, all of that is conclusion. None of it is a question. So the key to creating greater and creating the most benevolent outcome is to be in the question in the present moment. So the question in the present moment is, thank you very much. I am so grateful for everything I have and I be. I appreciate you, Source, to the umpteenth degree. And with that, I ask, what else is possible here that I haven't acknowledged? Truth, how could this get better? Truth, who is it that I need to speak with today? Truth, what should I research that will create the most benevolent outcome or will get me to the next step in my business? And I love to put the truth in the front of it because that way you don't figure it out. So truth, body, and our body is the one that's here physically. Our body is the one that does the work. Our body is the one that has the relationships, sexual and non-sexual. Our body's the one that eats the food and wears the clothes too. We just get up here with like, oh, that doesn't look good on me. That color doesn't look good. Oh, I don't like broccoli. It's not about you. You're the being. It's kind of like, get out of your own way. All you beings, let the body, yeah, let the body have a say in this. So the body's the one that will love you to be multimillionaires. Yeah, you're the being. You're not the body. So Andrea, being in the question, and for all of you that got a yes for that, being in the question is what the trajectory of where you're going, like, changes. And as you get the awareness of these things that are showing up, it's like, okay, cool. And I was looking for a new car and I ended up with a flat tire. Yeah, thanks. But see, the beauty is, like, what comes from the flat tire? So I had a client one time, she got a flat tire. This is why I'm giving you this example. On the side of the road, I-4, which is a very heavily populated road here in Florida, raining, thundering raining, flat tire, kids in the back seat, can't make it home. It's very dangerous to get out of the car because it's so small and narrow in that area. Doesn't know what to do. And I said, are you divinely guided? And she said, yes, I am. I said, okay, cool. Because either you're divinely guided or you're not, peoples. And you can't be a little bit pregnant. So that's why you're divinely guided or not. So even in her situation, truth, do you believe you're divinely guided? Like, is that your belief? Yes. She's like, yes, it is. I am divinely guided. I said, absolutely. Then you're going to ask for what else is possible. This truck pulls up behind her. This great looking guy gets out, changes the tire for her right there. Now they're married. So that was something better than she could ever have possibly hoped for, like, ever in a million years. I said, but truth, are you divinely guided? And when she was willing to be in the divine guidance, even in the tough situation, even in the situations that are like dubbed bad and terrible and awful and wrong and dangerous and hectic and all that kind of stuff, she's still divinely guided, even through that, to the gift that's on the other side. Does that make sense, Andrea?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. So everybody take a deep breath in. Yeah. So all of the wants and not havings. Yeah. All of the not havings and still not havings. All of the wants and wanting more and wanting harder and still no havings. Everywhere you've eliminated the question, forgot about asking a question, have gone back into your programming of the third dimension of going to conclusion. Yeah. Trying to figure it out, make it right, make a good choice, the right decision. Yeah. All of that has to leave on 3 through all time, space, place, dimensions, realities, universes, multiverses, omniverse, as Bethany says. She's added that one into the mix. Omniverses. Yeah. Out on 3 and it leaves body, being, or in reality. 1, 2, 3. That was huge. Like, I felt this typhoon wind, like, just come through me. I was like, woo-hoo-hoo! You are giving it up, peeps. Woo-hoo! Exciting. Did you have another question, Andrea? Did that bring something in? What do you feel now?
No, that felt great. I felt that leave, and I could just see all the things that I was just getting caught up in, avoiding doing what I needed to do.
Being in the question.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Nah.
Andrea, before you go, I just want to interject a couple slices of life because I'm in the same exact process as you are. This is what they've told me is my goal right now. And it's almost a braid between trust of what is right for you will come to you. So first, I want to say that you are not alone, that a lot of people that are starseeds or in this consciousness zone are just like, I am behind, I'm not doing enough, I should be further along, that could be the farthest from the truth.
Yeah.
You are in the 1% of the 1% that is already understanding what's coming, despite the fact that some people's called crazy, whatever. Like, you are actually a leader, you know, because you have embodied experience. So you know a truth that not the whole world is able to understand quite yet. So you're not behind. The second thing to remember, it's only one call that changes the trajectory of your life and your work, right? So you may think it's taking a long time, but then all of a sudden, when other things line up and are ready for you to be in that, you will get, they will go, it will happen, right?
That was my frustration, is because I know that like 100%. And then I'm just like, but it needs to be now. It needs to be now. And that's where I get frustrated and caught up and go in the circles.
Right. And so one more thing before we go to the next person, and whoever's next can raise their hand. I don't know if you're gonna go, Cal. But basically, I had to move houses. So this is a small example, but I really wanted this house that I picked out. And it was like, no, you should wait until Monday, see what else is available, right? And I was like, but no, I want this one. But I listened to the advice, and it took all of my like restraint to not seal the deal on that. And then they were like, then on Sunday, I was like, yeah, whatever. I was going to call them on Monday. They were like, oh yeah, someone else is looking at the place, and we're going to let you know who we're picking. And they want to move in right now. And I was like, oh my goodness, like someone else is getting the place. I had to trust that someone else knew better than me. The divine intelligence knew better what house was going to be good for me. Instead of going after it like a shark, like I usually do, I was like, I'm going to call them, tell them I'll pay the whole, like, I don't have to do the 2 weeks. I'll just pay that because I want to get in this place. This is for me. It's designed for me. It's got everything perfect that I want. And I was like, and I tested my pendulum, Susan, and it was like, don't call them. And then I almost lost my shit on Monday. I almost called them and was like, what can I do to make me the one? And they were like, no, you have got to learn this lesson. You've got to trust that there's a bigger plan, and you've got to trust us on this. And I did not call them. And then they called me and they're like, congratulations. We talked to your ex-landlord. We want you over this other person. Didn't have to pay extra money, nothing. And so it was like, okay.
Most benevolent outcome.
Right.
Yeah.
So find little ways where you can begin trusting when you want to control, and make sure that it happens so you don't fail. Like, I admire you. The fact that you're in this conversation with Susan saying, I don't want to fail. I need this to work. I want to be where I'm at. Your ambition to deliver your mission, that's admirable. And now you got that 50-50 where you've got to be 50. It's a tango dance. It's a 50-50 dance where it's listening as well, because you might want to go into the house that's not the mansion that they had picked out for you.
Yeah.
So it's a balance.
Thank you for that, Zenka. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Kel, are you going to heal today? Anything?
I would love to.
Okay.
Are you up for an ass kicking?
You better believe it. I need it.
Just wondering. Just kidding. I'm glad we're all good friends. What you got going on?
I've gotten myself overwhelmed again. I was like on a path, like working on starting a business, and then all this other stuff came into my field. Now I want to do it all. My ADHD kicked in, and I'm going, squirrel, shiny, you know, and like I have too many, like I went from having nothing to like too many options again. And everything is great. I love all of it. I want to do all of it, but I need help focusing. Like I have just too like I keep like I'll be on Facebook and I get all these, you know, free masterclass, free this, free, you know, healing, free, and I'm like, oh yeah, well I need that. Oh well, that sounds like something I could use. Well, I could probably use that. I've got to stop all of that shit and just focus on getting a business started. Something. I don't give a shit which one it is at this point. Like one of them out there and making money so that it opens up the rest of what I'm supposed to do. Like I'm like in analysis paralysis again. So I need clarity on which one is going to be the most beneficial for everybody, myself included, and start with that.
Cool. So who, when you were growing up, Kel, was the one who was what somebody would call unorganized, procrastinator,
Me,
didn't
my,
fall for,
I was surrounded by people who were, you know, like by the book checklist, got to do it now, got to do it this way, got to do it right, got to do it perfect.
Mhm.
And I did my best to comply, but my wiring, of course, we didn't have ADHD back then,
Yeah.
didn't fit. You know, I could do what they wanted. I had to do it my way, and everybody wanted to fit me in their boxes.
Yes.
So I was surrounded by like overly organized. I was surrounded by teachers for the most part, overly organized people
Yes.
that expected me to be the same way.
Mhm.
And I'm not naturally like that, but learned to force myself.
Of course, because you got to
Yeah.
fit in here.
You got to. You got to.
I know. It's important. So go ahead and grab your pendulums. Let's go ahead and do some muscle testing.
Okay.
So truth, Kel, and everyone here, is being a child in the family that you're in part of your soul's evolution.
I didn't even have to ask. It answered you. Yes.
Did anyone else get a yes? A couple more
I'm
people.
sorry, can you say it one more time?
You want me to say it one more time?
Yeah. What was the thing we're testing? One more time. Sorry, I was
I
Is
love
the
it.
family you incarnated into part of your path, basically?
Yeah. Is the family that you chose to have in this lifetime part of your soul's evolution? Not you, huh? She got to know.
Wow.
So, Kel, it's not about them. It's about you with your truth, being true with you, knowing that you have this super ability to be focused on so many things all at the same time, because it's a superpower. ADHD,
Yeah.
ADE, it's a superpower. It really is.
Hmm.
So your soul is saying you just need a couple strategies in place and then the willingness to stick with that. So what if there's nothing else for you to learn here?
I can believe that.
Let's muscle test it.
Okay.
So truth, is there nothing else here for me to learn?
Truth. Is there nothing else here for me to learn? No.
Yeah, there's nothing else here for you guys to learn. Yeah, that's one of the lies that we were taught when we were growing up. That, oh,
Right.
learning,
Life is lifelong. Everything's a lesson. You have to learn until you die.
yeah,
I agree that that's not the case. I think we get to a point where, yeah, I really don't have to go through shit to learn this anymore.
yeah. And it's not about learning, because learning is thinking and thinking is thinking. There's no lesson here. You are receiving exactly what you signed up for, the experiences before you got here. You're receiving those experiences and you're giving those experiences to those people that you agreed to give to. So we all, and everyone's playing a character in each other's play. This whole thing about learning a lesson and you coming here and then, you know, you have to learn some
Karmic contracts and all
go
of
to
that.
school to learn, that's where you're not actually taught that you can tap in and access everything. Like that's what your limitless life, the conscious education done differently, is going to be teaching people and kids. It's like there's nothing you need to learn or know. You can tap in and just get everything you require right then and there, like instantaneously. So there's no more lessons here for you to learn. So if there's no more lessons for you to learn, then there's nothing else you need to sign up for that you need to get for free that could change your life if you applied it. But then you'd have to read it or do it, which is a whole other, like, and then the wheel is spinning. You're at the fair, Kellen, you know what you're playing. What is that show where Vanna White is moving?
Oh, the Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune. So
One of my favorite.
You're all standing at the you've got your own little contestant booth area and you're all grabbing that thing and you're going, I'm going for the jackpot, the cruise, the trip, the boat, the
Big bucks, no whammies.
Yes. Yes. And it's all yeah, so it's all and you're like right, because you're getting close to bankrupt, you know what I mean, and it's going click 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 click, like this is what this life has been like. And Bethany and I, we what
so much like
yeah.
you know, like this ups and downs basically of finances. Like that's my only, like everything else is perfectly fine. If I could get the money right and get that set, I'm golden. Like I'm off to the races. And like it's like
yeah, what if that's a conclusion, that you have to get it right, that you have to get it set in order for you to get onto the races? Like those are all conclusions, those aren't actually a question.
yeah, oh, that's a good point.
And that's where we get stuck, and that's where we have these loops that get created. So make a list of the things that inspire you, that would be fun for you, Cal, and everyone else. This works for anyone. And what you're going to do is you're going to muscle test them in the morning. And there are certain things that would like certain things done. And you're just going to ask those things. You know, do you require a website? Truth, yes or no? You know, would you like to have your own Facebook group? Yes or no? Truth, if I spend time on you, will you make me money? Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. If I work with your frequency, because see, even if you write a book, the book has its own energy. You are not the book, the story.
Yeah.
Same thing with a job and your company. It's not you. It's its own energy. It's its own frequency, and it has its own goals. So knowing that, you're here to steward it into creation.
Yeah.
You are here taking on responsibility and obligation, and you're holding that in place. Like you're responsible for this. You're not responsible for that. You're obligated to this. You're not obligated to that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Yeah. So are you ready to get rid of all the lessons that you're here to learn, that you were supposed to learn, that you never learned,
Yep.
that you learned too well, that you learned the hard way?
That's the key, learning shit the hard way.
See, to me, this is fun. You know, but it's not fun, we have to fix it. So yeah, like how many of us, like, you know, you were just told, like, look, grow up, put your big girl, big boy pants on, like, you know,
Suck it up, buttercup.
yeah, there's no more
I'll
playing
give you
around.
something to cry about. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, get busy. Like, busy? What does that even mean? Get busy. How do you get busy? Just look at the abstract of that. Get busy, and you're kind of like, what's busy? What's busy look
Right.
like? What does busy sound like? What does busy even mean? Get
Mhm.
busy. Stop wasting time. Time doesn't even exist, but stop wasting it. I love you, ladies. I love Zenka. Thank you so much for putting this together for all of us, because this is life-changing stuff.
It really is, and
It
this
really is.
held true. You know, Vicky Stover just paid, so she just paid 10 minutes ago for the LightNet membership. It's $14 a month, 144 for a year. She is hopefully coming on right now. But yeah, this all rung true. This is like, we can just ask. Like, we can just ask. We have access to this Alexandria library with all human knowledge. It's a pendulum away. It's a Susan away.
It's just a question.
Really cool. Thanks for asking that, Kel, because I know what you mean. It's like there's, when I remember when you worked with Vincent, and he was like, you are just like that. You're supposed to be, vibrant and curious and able to handle a lot of things. But you also got to have a system to stick with it. And this taking a million trillion classes until you feel like you're ready,
Overloaded.
and perfect, is not going to get
It starts to be a defense mechanism after a while.
It's
It
not
becomes
going to get
procrastination. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. And are you going to do the ADHD narcissism project? Is that seem to be, why don't you tell people about it really quick?
Yeah, what I'm basically trying to put together is like, kind of like a coaching, consulting, healing business around specifically helping neurodivergent executives and entrepreneurs recognize and recover narcissistic abuse and thrive.
That's
So it's
so
pretty
cool.
specific
I
once
love
I
that.
really get down to it. But I mean, I could, you know how everybody's like, well, you have to have a niche and you have to, be specific. But I could technically help anybody in that sphere.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful. One of the things that we learn in the Purpose Lab too is that once you solve the problems that you're looking, like, why is this happening? What could people do? How does this work? What's the remedy here? Once you figure this out, like you have, it's so cool, because then it becomes really relevant for a lot of people, and you've got the keys, and you're just like, hey, here it is, like I got this figured out. This is how it works. And it's just so cool, because the people that will come into your field will really be ready for that healing, be contributing to that knowledge set, and just, yeah, it's just beautiful. So thank you so much, Kel. So Susan, I also want to tell everybody watching right now, again, like and subscribe, support New Realities, Portal to Ascension, LightNet. Susan, we did a live broadcast on your thing today too, on your YouTube. And if you want to work with Susan, you can go to Susan Shatzer .com and book a 15-minute consultation that is complimentary. So she'll kind of orient you to what you're doing. And this can be a physical illness. This can be a life issue. This can be a transition point, whatever it is, get help. Like we don't pay for the leaps like I think we should. Like sometimes these things leap you forward, and I'm like, wow, people don't want to spend money on themselves, but when you spend money on the leap, ooh, that really, it really comes back to you in spades, because you're in your life is suddenly in a different place, and it's so exciting. So thank you for all that you're doing, Susan. You just are amazing. We're going to see you again in October 26th, right when we finish the Purpose Labs. So that'll be really nice. We'll bring all the Purpose Lab people in for you to work your magic. And I know that I would love to see a show with you, Susan, live, like in-person show, like I don't know, Oprah or something like that, where you're pulling people out of the audience and you're showing people how this works and you're showing how easy it is. Because
Like
with
Teresa Caputo.
consciousness and quantum consciousness, you can have these miracle shifts. They can, it's like a pirouette turn where suddenly you're like, oh yeah, I get this. I get it from another perspective, or energetically, because you have with healers, I always like, oh yeah, you're paying for their meditation space. You're paying for all the thugs that they have behind them, all the angels, all the galactics, all their like conversation, like, because they're asking their people to help you, and it's good, like I always think that. So it's really nice to work with healers. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Vicky doesn't look like she's coming, so.
Yeah, the beautiful part of what I love of what we're doing is we're creating a different possibility. It's like we're shifting out of what we've been doing, we've always been doing, our parents did it that way and the parents before them, and it's not broken, so we're not going to fix it. Like, that's not our paradigm anymore. Like, we are here to do things differently.
Yep.
Because if we could have figured out how to have a totally abundant, completely joyful, amazing life, don't you think we would have by now?
Yeah.
And what if it's not about figuring anything out? What if it's about something different, which happens to be energy? Because energy doesn't lie, and everybody else will.
Yeah, that I've really taken that to heart. The energy doesn't lie. So you can't even lie to yourself about it. You can't lie to Susan about it. You cannot lie to a dog about it. It's there. And so you just got to clean it up. You got to take care of it, because your subconscious has got that hold on it and you don't even know it's happening. Your subconscious is like, I'm holding this. And you're like, get off it. And it's like, no, I want it
The right way.
So it's really nice to do these shifts and to get all the subconscious and conscious and unconscious on board, because once they are, it is like a symphony tuning fork that is going to pull the reality you want to you. Corinne, I'm excited to see what happens with your life. Like, I want you to heal people, because I just said that word, but I just know that when we were on the coaching the other day, in the coaching with Adam, he was like, all the people are waiting to work with you. And I felt that. I really did feel that. There's a life waiting for you once you get aligned, and alignment is so important. But anyway, thanks everyone for joining us today. Thank you, Susan. Thanks all the members. Love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Until then, ciao for now. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Karen, thank you, Cal. Thank you, Andrea and Carla.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You
Good to
guys
see you
were
again,
brave
Karen,
and
too.
amazing.
Welcome,
Thank you
Andrea.
so much.
Thank you, Zenka. You're welcome.
Thanks, you all.
Good night.